Hello everyone and welcome to episode 297 of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Holy shit! We're almost to 300!
Scary.
I've been doing this for so long. Oh. This has been my life the entire time. It's very scary to think about. But yes, welcome one and all to this episode of the show. I'm John. I'm in charge of it. Maybe I shouldn't be, because, it's been going on for so long, and the quality has just gotten worse and worse.
Oh.
No, I think it's gotten better. I'm just kidding. We got Rose on here this week.
Yep, I'm on here this week.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm using different headphones this week, so I hope I'm not, too loud or too soft. I can't even tell, because I can barely hear myself. It's, in-ear headphones.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, it's fucking with me. It's fucking with me a lot, because sometimes I hear myself too much, and sometimes I don't hear myself at all. It's very messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot of video games to talk about this week. Video games were, completely nuts. I played a lot of different video games.
Yeah, and you went on your journey, right?
I did go on a journey. Maybe one of the dumbest possible journeys, but I did go on a journey. I guess we could just get straight into that, because it's a tale unlike any other. Is that a no? Should we talk about something else?
No, I'm just saying I don't know if it's unlike any other. It's like what moms talk about at Christmas about after Thanksgiving when they went to Black Friday shopping.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I pretty much just did a mom quest, I guess. I went hunting for a gift for myself, and it turned out pretty well, actually, I'm going to be honest. So, GameStop was doing a bunch of deals all at once, and they just kind of lined up together. And so I was like, you know what? I really want to get a Switch RPG. I'm going to see what's on sale, I'm going to see what's available, and I'm going to see what I can get cheap and easy. But then I saw, oh shit, okay, they're doing a buy two, get one deal for used games. And they're also doing a thing where you get $5 or $10 extra for each trade-in if you're doing it towards a pre-order. But you can use that pre-order money on other things as well. So it's like this big loop-de-loop situation.
Yeah.
It was very fucked
That's
up.
why
and weird.
GameStop is dying.
That is why GameStop is dying, but I still got some good deals. So I go to the GameStop nearest my house. And they were like, all right, they explained that deal to me, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I gotta go home. I grabbed a couple of games that I don't want anymore, I traded them in. And I pre-ordered Doom Eternal, which I'm probably just gonna pay off, because I'm gonna play that game. So whatever. I'll just get it from GameStop. And they had Atelier Ryza there, and I was like, Rosa said good things about the Atelier games. I know that this one, is it as good as the other ones? I know that you have your qualms with
the art style is very, to me. You've probably seen Massive Boobs Woman already now, with the white hair.
I have.
Yeah. Stuff like that doesn't really exist in the other ones, is the thing. It's very, for example, my favorite ones that I've only played the Dusk trilogy. And those ones are done by the artist who made Ibaraki Doji from Fate and the Fire Emblem Shadows of Valencia game.
No,
that art.
Okay, yeah.
So they're
that's a very distinct art style. Yeah.
And they drew a lot of really cool practical clothes for women that they all just look really cool and sleek. And then you look at this game and it's any anime out there, I guess. In the not a good way, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah, when I started that game up, I just kind of I looked around, I looked at all the art, and it's got some neat art design at times, but then I just looked at Ryza, and I realized that, like, she has, like, every single possible, like, body part fetish.
Yeah.
Just up front and center. Like, I mean, she's obviously got, like, low-cut, big boobs that are, like, and it looks like her shirt is wet constantly. So it's, like, completely just on her. She's got booty shorts, and, you know, she's always bouncing around, so you can always see her ass. But then, like, there's layers. She's got, like, her shoulders completely exposed, so if you're into shoulders, they're out. But then, of course, obviously, if she raises her arms, if you're into armpits, they're right there, too. She's got her fucking, like, shoulder blades. Like, she's wearing, like, a jacket, but there's a hole just for her shoulder blades. Like, it's like back cleavage. It's fucking nuts. She's got, like, boots, but then the toes are out.
Yeah, and they're her thighs spilling out because she's quote-unquote thick. As people,
yeah, it's like
not actually.
Every single, like, anime guy fetish in one character design.
And, like,
it's like,
the thing that really gets me is the white hair one that I mentioned, because, like, her design is like, you know, people who complain about Carmilla from Fire Emblem.
Sure,
this girl is so much worse. Like, to look at, like, she literally has, like, just like these straps containing her boobs. Like, they're gonna explode out. It looks like she's smuggling coconuts.
Maybe she is. Maybe that's a late game twist that we haven't reached yet.
Like, fucking
Samurai Champloo, yeah. But no, I guess I will just, I'll hit, how about I hit each of the games?
Okay, well,
when I grab them on my journey.
Wait, were you gonna move on from Ryza?
No, I could talk about it for a moment.
I was gonna say, the combat's really cool, I think. I like it a lot.
It's interesting. It's very different. I don't know how it is for the other Atelier games, but in this one, it's got the it's got this I don't know how exactly
ATB?
I would describe. Kind of ATB, or I guess it is just ATB, because it's just a meter on the left, and your character will, like, go down the meter, and then once it hits the bottom, then they can attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that is ATB. But then there's this other thing that you can do where if you do a standard attack, then it builds another meter on the right, and then you can spend that meter to use, like, magic or, you know, like, abilities, like, stuff that you would spend, like, an SP or MP meter for in other games. Or you can let it fill all the way up, and then you can spend it all at once, and it, like, goes into, like, the next phase of battle or something like that. So normally your standard attacks would do one hit, but then once you spend that meter, then they can do 2 hits, and then 3 hits, and I don't know how far it goes because I've only just started, but it's kind of neat that it's a huge, like, give and take of, like, oh, hey, do I want to just use a bunch of abilities, or do I want to let this fill up and then, you know, do more damage with my standard attacks? That's an interesting dynamic in a game.
Yeah.
So I got Ryza, which was interesting because I guess this is a rare game, at least printed. I guess it's a rare printed game.
They never print the Atelier games very much at all. Like, I think the Dusk Trilogy stuff might have been like 200. They made 200 of them or something.
Oh God.
Well, they're scared of. Do you remember that thing I was telling you about, the Dreamcast game that had a virus on it for the Atelier game?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're just scared of that.
Yeah, maybe they're just worried that the titty game is going to kill everybody, and then that'll just be the real justice that society needs. But, no, it's fun. It didn't grab my attention as much as the next game that I purchased, but, you know, I mean, I guess that is, by not its own fault, it is a smaller game that doesn't have as much budget as this one. So, what happened was, I got this first game, and I was like, oh, I really, really want to get Dragon Quest XI. That's what I really want. And they didn't have any used copies there. The guy said, okay, look, take this receipt and go to the next store. If you get a receipt from here and a receipt from there, then you can still do the buy 2, get 1 free anywhere else.
What the fuck?
Oh shit, okay. Yeah, extremely weird, fucked up scenario, but alright. So then he printed out, like, locations of where Dragon Quest was, and then I also wanted to get Digimon Cyber Sleuth. But we'll get to that in a moment. So I had 2 separate slips of addresses that were, like, where Dragon Quest and Digimon were in the, like, 15-mile radius. So I was like, it was, like, legit a fucking quest. And so I show up to where Dragon Quest was, and that was pretty easy. I just showed him the receipt, and then got the new receipt, and got Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest was the only one that I had to pay for fully, because the trade-ins covered Atelier, and then Dragon Quest I bought itself, which was like $60 basically. And then I had a free game, basically. And so I was like, okay, I want Digimon. I searched around for where Digimon was, and I showed up to the 3rd place. I guess I'm skipping talking about it, but I just want to finish the story. I don't care. I showed up to where Digimon was, and I walk up to the counter, and the guy looks at the 2 receipts, and he goes, I'm gonna need you to tell me the stores that you got these from, because you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, shit.
What? And then he went, were these in this district? And I was like, no, I don't know what a district is. And he goes, oh, these aren't from our district. If it was from our district, I would have had to get them in trouble because our district doesn't do that. The other districts do, but this one doesn't. I was like, okay. But then he pulled out the copy of Digimon, and it was not the complete, like, original case.
Uh-huh.
And you know me, I don't want it if it's not the original case. So I called up the other stores that had Digimon. They all said they didn't have the original case. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go back to my original GameStop. I'm going to look at what they have, and I'll just pick something. I was thinking maybe I'll get Death Stranding. Maybe I'll get something else. We'll see. And then I went, and I just looked at the Switch games, and I was like, they got Kirby Star Allies. I would never get that game if it wasn't free. Like, I will get this game since it's free.
Mm.
And so I grabbed that, and that was my 3rd game. So I drove around for like an hour and a half to get Atelier Ryza, Dragon Quest XI, and Kirby Star Allies for $60 total, when all of those games are basically $60, even used. So I pretty much bought 1 and got 2 free, which was a pretty good deal if you ask me. And I also pre-ordered Doom Eternal, so I can be sure that I will get it on. I guess like Doom 64 is like the pre-order bonus for that, right? So I get Doom 64. That's good. I'm happy about that. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I just get Doom 64, and that's nice, I guess. Yes, so then the second game I got was Dragon Quest, so I will talk about that. I played the demo of that, like a good amount of it, and God, that game is really good. That game is really good.
Yeah, it's very old school.
It is very old school, but I just got like super into the characters. I just like the writing a lot. I guess to tell you where I am, Sylvando just joined my party. So I did that whole section. He's so much fun. He is such a fun character. And I loved how he just like completely like, it looked like he was just gonna like be a complete trickster and just like screw over the prince, but then he like teaches him a life lesson and helps him grow and helps the like kingdom grow of, I think, Gallipolis or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. Like, I loved that whole like section. It was very cute, and like that was such a great way to introduce Sylvando. Like, just this like guy who uses his like jester trickster abilities just for pure good. Like that is a great.
You love to see it.
I love it a lot. I don't know how much I can talk too much about it, just because like you said, it is very old school. And there's not too much to really say besides like, wow, it's just a really tightly well-made game with it's just really good all around. But yes, it is very fun. I like it a lot.
Good.
I know you played it.
Yeah.
You finished it, right?
I did everything except I got like halfway through the post-game story and I couldn't take it anymore. I had been playing it for like 100 hours or something insane like that, and I was like, I can't do it. Because, listen, it's very good and it's very like tight, like you said, but after a certain point, nothing changes. It's the same battles over and over again, and I can only take that for like 60 hours, which was the amount after it like stagnated that I was like, this is fine. Because it's like, they do enough with the story that you think that the game's going to end once and then it doesn't, and then it keeps like there's an entire another half of the game, and then like then it finishes and you're like, okay, good, it's all done, like it's all wrapped up now, and then it's like, no.
Yeah,
it's very good though.
I definitely am thinking about how like The Witcher kept itself fresh when it was as long as that, if not longer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Witcher again, and like something that really surprised me about that game is it just gets better. Like the combat is very, whatever. It's fine. I like it, but a lot of people don't like it. Whatever. It doesn't change that much, but like you're always looking for like upgraded armor and stuff like that with like scavenger hunt quests, and like you're always looking for like the materials to make new bombs and stuff like that. Like you're always doing stuff that's like feels different. They never feel like very samey or boring. Like all of the side quests are so well written and considered. Like the main story, especially like once you get to like, you've beaten it, right?
Oh, I did not just beat The Witcher. I did all the DLC. I did nice. I think I did everything in that game except for like the Gwent missions and then like a couple of the armor missions. I did everything in that game. I loved The Witcher 3 so much.
I'm doing this to finally play the DLC because I never did. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's some of the best stuff in the entire game.
I believe it. But I just got past the first Kaer Morhen part. And it's like the I keep saying it, but the bro energy that Geralt gets all of a sudden in that arc is like incredible. Like it's like uncontainable, and like it's just like this really good arc that like does great stuff for Geralt and I guess Triss or Yennefer. I don't know if Triss I never do Triss in that game because of how she is in the other Witcher games. But like for Yennefer, it's really good because like they just your other like 3 Witcher friends and like or 2 Witcher friends and Geralt's dad, I guess, basically are just like fucking like, oh, Yennefer's a sourpuss. Oh, she doesn't get it. We're just hanging out. Guys will be guys or whatever. But they
we're
just
the boys.
Stupidest
Saturdays
fucking
are for the
shit.
boys.
Like when Geralt gets drunk and he's just telling like, I love you like a brother, man, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like normally it would feel so like, contrived or like tropey, but like because it's Geralt and like these other motherfuckers who are so out there, it works so well. Like it's just a really good arc. Like, and just seeing them like fight with each other, like the scene that I really liked specifically was there's this bit where like Lambert, one of the other Witchers, gets really mad at Yennefer, and Yennefer's like, Geralt, a word, or whatever, and Geralt's like, I'll be right back, and he gets up and goes away from the table to Yennefer, like, behind the corner or whatever, and he's like, what do you want to talk about? And she's like, nothing, I just want them to get pissed off thinking that there's something I'm not telling them. Like, I was just like, oh, that's why she's so good. Like, they nail it all, like, so perfectly. Like, although I did forget the Geralt Yennefer sex scene where they just show a wolf chasing a deer in the wilderness while it happens, which was something else.
Oh my god.
It's out of this world. But yeah, I'm about to get to the series stuff, so excited about that again.
The good shit.
Yeah.
Look, I know that we are all very sour grapes about CD Projekt Red for good reason, but if they do make another Witcher game and it is just the Ciri game,
it'll be good as hell.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about being. We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited to finally play the DLC, just because like playing it again, I was like slightly worried because it's like I told you when I was playing Disco Elysium that it made me look at like a game like The Outer Worlds, for example, and be like, this writing is like childish and like just bad. And there are like
absolutely
certain parts in The Witcher that are definitely like but like cohesively, like the large amount of it is very, very good still. Like it's still like both like well politically reasoned and like just good consideration for everything involved. There was like one quest I really didn't like, which was this one where you go to this dude and he's like, my baby's been cursed, help me. And you like go, oh, it's this specific type of curse, I have to find who did it. And you go into town and the herbalist lady did it because this dude like just broke up with her immediately out of nowhere and like married this rich girl and like abandoned her. And it's just like, she's like, the only way I will lift the curse is if he becomes my slave husband again and disowns his family. And I was like, what? And like, unlike most of the quests in that game, the only options they give you is kill this baby or kill this woman. And I was just like, this is like so bizarre for this game specifically, like that there's like no options. Like you'd think there would be like some sort of compromise option, like I don't know, maybe you send the other wife after the this woman and they just like yell that shit out of each other or something, like I mean, like something like that, or like anything. But like no, you just have these two options and like you just go back to the dude and basically pick one immediately. So I was just like, I was trying to get a feel for the thing, and I just sent this dude to be like her slave husband immediately. He was like, fine, I guess this is my life now. And you can just go back there and see him there, and she's like, isn't this great? And he's like, I hate you so much. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is that? And there's like a couple other quests, but it's just like, that was the one that really stood out to me as being like, what the fuck? Because like so much of the other game is on like a much higher level. Like even when there's like, a lot of like senseless stuff or like really petty bullshit, like it's at least like, makes sense. Or the choices are outside of Geralt's control, unlike this where he could have just been like, I'm going to fight you, woman, unless you destroy the curse. And then she goes, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. But yeah, Witcher's good. That's what I'll say. I've done all the Gwent stuff. Been doing it anyway, which I never did. That's kind of fucked.
I never got into Gwent, but maybe if I do replay that game, I might go get into it.
Once you get like one good card, you're fucking set forever. Like it's done. Like
yeah, I think that was my problem, was that like I skipped a whole lot of it at the beginning, and then I was like, I'll give it a try once I got further, and then everyone was just kicking my ass, and I was like, all right.
There's this like, there's two things about Gwent that completely fall apart, and it's like very obvious stuff that makes no sense to me that it wouldn't be like mitigated is one thing is if you use a deck full of with a ton of spies in it, the spies are the ones you put on the other enemy's side and you get draw cards basically. Like you can just, a lot of Gwent is just attrition, like who has more cards, they're probably going to win. And if you just have a ton of spies, like you can just basically guarantee you're going to always have a ton of cards, so you just win. And the other fucked up thing is there's no limit to how many special cards you can have, like the hero ones. So like right now my deck is like none of the like weak people, and then just a ton of like Ciri, who has like 17, which is like the most ridiculous number you could possibly have. Like Yennefer, like a spy that gives the enemy nothing, so you're just getting cards for free. Like I just have all these cards, and I'm just like, I just win everything now because there's no like limits placed on me by the game. Which I remember when I played the Gwent beta for the PC game, they at least had done some clever things with it, but I remember they also reworked it completely again, so I don't know how true that is now. But yeah, it's like fine. It's a good distraction. It's much better than like the dice poker or whatever the fuck was in Witcher 2. I don't even remember at this point, but it was not fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I think a big reason why Dragon Quest doesn't match The Witcher is because, like, smaller battles will be over in, like, less than a minute.
Yeah.
You know? And then for Dragon Quest, it does take a long time because it's a turn-based RPG, and yeah. So that's basically the problem.
Can I tell you something I really hate about Dragon Quest? Like, as someone who's been playing a lot of RPGs after I played Dragon Quest?
Sure.
I hate metal slimes, the concept.
I haven't run into one yet.
Do you know what they do?
I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. Isn't it just like they're extremely rare and like extremely strong?
They're extremely rare and they're not strong. They just either run away or take no damage from most skills. So it's just like you have to have a really fast character who has like either like a really strong magic spell or a specific metal slime killing move, and it's just
You have the metal slash, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like so many other games have that, and I hate it. I hate that shit. Like, I hate it. Because it's like, that's how you get the best XP.
Yeah, there's like something like that. There's those like runaway like demons in like Persona and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I can remember. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much that. Yeah, that's lame. I don't like stuff like that. But, yeah. And then I guess I'll talk real quick about the last game. So yeah, Kirby Star Allies. I will say this is the game that I really was so happy that I bought that 8-bit Do Super Nintendo controller.
Oh, yeah.
Because trying to play that game, which, you know, like trying to play like an old school platformer like that, and hell, you know, honestly, I've been playing like these RPGs with it as well. So much better than using the Pro Controller. Like, I love the Pro Controller for Smash, or like, you know, more like Mario, or, you know, stuff that is more 3D oriented. But for 2D games, you have to get that controller. Like, that controller, I would recommend that to anybody who loves old school games, who loves RPGs on the Switch or anything. I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it works with PS4, but like if you play a lot of RPGs on PC, highly recommend it. It's always on sale on Amazon. Like if you have Prime, they're selling that shit like constantly. Absolutely recommend it. It's fantastic. And so I've been using that exclusively playing Kirby, and that has made that game 100% better. It's a Kirby game. That's it. I mean, I don't have too much to say. This is mostly me just wanting to tell people to pick up that controller. But I like the allies mechanic. I do wish that, because I think once you beat the game, you're able to unlock just being able to play as the Dream Friends or whatever.
I think it's just over time.
Well, no, because you unlock them to be on your team. But I just want to play as them. I want, like, just no frills. I'm a... Everyone better get your jokes out now, because I'm a big fan of Marx. Is your communism comedy for the evening.
He's a funny little guy.
I do really like Marx, though, the Kirby character. I like him a lot. I mean, I also like Karl Marx, but I like Marx a lot. And I just want to play through the game as Marx, and I don't think you can do that until you beat the game. I mean, I can have him on my team, which is nice. I can have, like, a whole team just of, like, you know, those characters. But there's also times where, you know, a level will be like, oh, hey, like, and the game is extremely easy about it. Like, for example, if you're about to, like, enter a room that you need to have like a stone or hammer ability to like pound a nail into the ground, you will run into a stone enemy like right there. You will fight bonkers like right there, and then you can either suck them up and get it for yourself, or you can make them one of your friends. And you know, you don't have to worry about that, but at the same time I kind of wish that it was a little less than that, so I could just play as whoever I want. And, you know, like, obviously all that stuff is for just, like, oh, you can press a button to unlock an extra level or get some extra, you know, like, goodies. But, I don't know, I just kind of wish that I could just be who I want, when I want, have who I want on my team, and just play through the game without worrying too much about missing things. That's really what I want out of a game like that, but it is very stringent. It is very much just like, well, you're going into the water level, so you better get the water character. Oh, you're going into the fire level, so you need the water character again. I'm seeing a little bit of a trend, but yeah, I don't know. It's still good. It's still a good Kirby game. I don't think I would recommend it for full price, because it is very expensive. It's still like a full price game. But they did add a bunch of stuff to it to make it less of an ask, because when that game came out, oh boy, it was definitely not worth $60. But now I think it's less of a problem. I still think it's a bit much of an ask, but it's manageable. I'm happy that I have it in my Switch library now. I'm always looking over that big pile of Switch games that I have now, and I'm just becoming one of those guys that stands in front of the game bookcase and talks about shit. I'm becoming one of those guys, unfortunately. What topic should I do? What should I talk shit about?
I don't know. What do you feel the most ire about?
I think that they should make. I mean, I have some ire this week. I don't want to take up too much of the conversation. We'll get back to that. How about that? I'll practice my my speech.
Okay.
And then we can get back to it, because there's definitely something I want to talk about. I know you agree with me on this one. So why don't we talk about what you've been up to, Rose? It was a pretty big week for you as well. Why don't you go ahead and talk about what you're into?
Okay. So the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC came out. Remind. Yeah. There's an article up on the website. Yeah, I really liked it. It's not worth $30. I want to get that out of the way here. Like, if you're a crazy Kingdom Hearts person like me, you'll probably spend it anyway.
Yeah, like, I heard you talk about it, and then I also heard them talk about it on the Bombcast, and, yeah, that definitely doesn't seem like enough content for $30, but, you know, I mean, I'm gonna spend $30 in that Pokemon DLC. I'm gonna spend $30 in that Smash Bros. DLC. We all have our vices, so you know it's understandable. So yeah, you wrote about it on the site, but how do you feel about it? How do you feel that it adds to the story, and how stoked were you throughout that ending bit?
I was very stoked about, specifically, I showed you and a couple others the Mickey Mouse microwave hallway.
Hashtag Mickey Mouse microwave hallway.
It is literally that. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, you saw it. It is just that.
Can confirm.
That was really good. Really, my favorite part of the whole thing is they were tough, but the new bosses, they had 13 new bosses. That was my favorite part of the whole thing, because it was like all bosses you fought before, pretty much, but like going sicko mode, like in a really good way. Like, they had it in 2, but when they did it in 2, it was still like, okay, you're just like Kaizoing this a little. Whereas like this feels like genuine difficulty added on. Like,
so in 2, it was the same boss fight, but they just like
they would add like
HP?
one sicko mechanic and up the HP and like iframes for that boss. That's how it worked,
okay,
roughly. But like 3 is like a very fluid game compared to 2. I mean, and 2 is obviously very fluid compared to 1. It's just evolution. But yeah, like there's just a lot of really fun stuff going with it. It's like it can be pretty infuriating, especially the secret boss, which is a goddamn nightmare. But like I had a lot of fun doing like I fought Shion. Her boss fight, she just shoots out like a ton of like beam pillars that just lower your health, like your max health. So like,
Okay.
you just get like knocked down to the point where you just have 1 HP, and it's just like you flying around being like, ah, and like having to learn how to block all the pillars and like do all this stuff and like when to heal and stuff like that. It's like really cool and fun, and they do like a lot of like fan servicey stuff. Like Xion makes the entire arena Twilight when she does her ult and stuff like that, which is like, yeah, that's Kingdom Hearts. A lot of great remixes. Well, with the story stuff though, there's another actually really good thing that I completely forgot to mention. There's a boss fight where you control every single character from that's not Sora, basically.
Really?
In one boss fight, and it just cycles around in a circle basically while they're all like shielded up or whatever. Like,
Wild.
it's really fun because like the fun thing that they do is that they have like these characters largely didn't interact in the original ending because it was so like focused on Sora. And like you have shit like Aqua talking to Axel, and like Axel's just like, whoa, fire and water, pretty sick, huh? And Aqua's like, shut up. And it's just like great, like stuff like that, like stuff you wouldn't normally have seen in Kingdom Hearts. Like it's exactly the sort of thing you would have wanted to see from all of these games coming together to end, right? Like it's supposed to be an ending to that arc, and it was like, oh, cool. And then like in all the boss fights too, like all of the people from their respective games have like combo moves with each other. Like Roxas, Axel, and Xion do like this like big triple attack thing that does all their moves from 358 days at once. The Birth by Sleep people do something that has nothing to do with Birth by Sleep, but the Aqua just makes a fucking snowboard for Ventus to go on, I guess, because why not? And it's like, yeah, sure. Like there's like to subtle things like in that boss fight where you control everyone, like you have like you only have like two options, but it's like attack or dodge. But when you get to Terra from Birth by Sleep, who could not dodge in Birth by Sleep because they all played completely differently, he could only block. He has a block instead. Like there's real good attention to detail like that. That was really missing from the original ending. So the only other thing I can really think to talk about that is that the secret ending is fucking insane again, and I don't know what Nomura is doing, because that man seems fueled by spite.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, no, but if you saw the original Kingdom Hearts 3 secret ending, it's more of that.
It's more of that. It's wild. I can't believe he's doing that. I can't believe that they signed off on that.
Yeah, right? Like, you've never seen something like this happen, I don't think, right? Like,
not that I can think of. This is like one of the first times I've heard of something like that ever happening in a video game. It's wild.
It's really wild stuff. I'm glad Kingdom Hearts is the one doing it.
If any series is going to do something that like balls to the wall, it's going to be Kingdom Hearts, and I am happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that it is just fully accepting what it is.
Yeah,
like, Kingdom Hearts is just like, you know what? Everyone's going to say we're just like this crazy dumb thing. Let's just go completely in on being this crazy dumb thing, and we love it, and everyone loves it, and I'm glad about it.
I think, like, especially like even in vanilla Kingdom Hearts, like the base Kingdom Hearts 3, I really felt like this is when they nailed the humor of the game really well. Like, that's the game that opens up with a fucking what's the logo, or like the like opening credits says that it's Kingdom Hearts 2.9 until you finish the first world. Like, that sort of like real like self-aware ribbing is like really present throughout that game. Like, they have characters like Demix, who does fucking nothing in the entire series of Kingdom Hearts. He's the guy with the sitar. You've probably seen him at some point.
Maybe
he has like a mullet, and like he just has a big guitar. Anyways, he doesn't do fucking anything, and he's like inexplicably in Kingdom Hearts 3, like he's one of the people who got brought back for the evil organization again, and it's like, why? And like he didn't really show up after like the halfway point of the game where they just did like a little cutscene with him, but like in the ending they have him come back and do something, and when he's doing this thing, he just like randomly says like Demyx time and leaves, and I was just like, what's wrong with him? Like, what is this guy? Because like in Kingdom Hearts, everyone is just like, you know, has like secret tragic backstories or like extensive, and this guy does not. He's just some fucking guy.
He's just chilling,
and he just like says shit like that. It's really also, not to do spoilers, but they did give motivations for Xehanort finally, because the original game did not have very good motivations for him. He just seemed to say like that his quote unquote spoilers. I don't really think this is that bad, but like his original was just like, the world can't handle not darkness being in charge or whatever, which is very vague and didn't mean anything. And then in this DLC, they just literally had him quote Ayn Rand, and it's like, oh, he's a okay, this makes a lot of sense. Like this, okay, like if they had just done that from the beginning. But yeah, no, it was great. That's what I'm gonna say. My only complaint is that in the data greeting mode, which is like the model like group photos you can do, the photo mode, the super photo mode they added, you cannot mash the characters up close enough to kiss.
They fucked up.
I think they knew. They were scared.
Fucked up.
But I frankly think that they did fuck up. Because that would have been limitless power if they had done that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's Kingdom Hearts. It's good.
I'm glad to hear it. Why don't you go ahead and talk about something else? Let's
okay.
Keep it going.
I also worked on, my goal this year for video games is to play the fucking Legend of Heroes series. And I'm trying to finally do that by playing it in order. So I'm starting with Trails in the Sky. And it's nice. They have the metal slimes that I was complaining about before, so I'm taking points away from that, but it's a very well written game. The famous thing about those games is that they have so much writing in them, like all the NPCs' dialogue change after every single event that happens, and like yeah, there's just a lot. There's really a lot going on. And I've been enjoying it because it's like small scale compared to a lot of JRPGs I've been playing recently, or JRPGs in general. Like even Atelier, I mean Rise is pretty low scale, I guess I'll say, but like even the Atelier games, which are mostly very laid back and chill things, like you're still going like all around the world and seeing like some fucked up shit sometimes, and like so far I have not seen any fucked up shit, and it's just been like goes from one small town to another, and like you do like a ton of like, you know, like errands for townspeople and stuff like that. It's nice. Look, I like all three of the party members I have right now. The main girl Estelle is just this like really hot-headed stupid girl, but she's not like stupid. She's just like I don't know how to describe. Everyone calls her a bimbo and she gets really mad about it. But she's a really good foil for the other character who is just this like secretly twisted like boy who like has been adopted into her family as like her brother or whatever, and he has like a dark past or whatever.
Ooh.
But she's very stupid and doesn't care about it at all, so she just like makes fun of him all the time, and it's like hitting him. And then the third one is just their like older sister type character who's just this lady who gets drunk all the time. So no, that's pretty good.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, what I've heard about these games is they're the definition of slow burn, and that it eventually goes to like super politics or whatever. So I'm excited to get to Cold Steel, I guess, specifically. But we've talked about this on the podcast before. When I tried to play Cold Steel like 2 years ago, I was mortified by the opening, and I could not like do anything.
Sure.
Because it was like they just throw you in the middle of a battle with like characters who are already like level 30 and like have all this shit. It was like a nightmare, and like, it's not a short sequence either. It's not like, I'm trying to think of a good example. There's like some Final Fantasy games where they like give you like someone super strong at the beginning to just like fuck around with or something. But like, this wasn't that. This was like, they're just throwing you in the middle of the game at the beginning for like 2 hours.
It is very weird, yeah.
And then they teach you everything, and it's like, what? Yeah.
It's very strange, yeah. I played a good amount of Cold Steel, the first one, and it is very weird how they drop you in and just kind of expect you to keep going, but it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, no. It was just like, I remember at the time I was like, why
it's very startling. It's very startling.
No. Like, but this is much slower, this first one, because I mean, this is like an early 2000s, I believe, RPG. I think it was on the PSP or something. Maybe PC before that, even, possibly.
Something like that.
But yeah, this is just, I know this one's more small scale, and it goes into like something that I'm excited to learn the dark past of this twisted little boy or whatever. Oh yeah, it's good. Although now that I just said the dark past of this twisted little boy, I'm just reminded that I was thinking about the Gamergate episode of Law & Order SVU. Because the one thing that struck me watching that episode is that Mariska Hargitay keeps mentioning that this boy she's adopted has a dark past and she's scared of it catching up to him, and the kid is like 5, and I have like no fucking clue like what that meant, and I'm thinking about it right now. Every time I hear dark past, that's what I think of, because it's just like, she kept saying it. She's like, his dark past, I'm worried that it will ruin him. And I was like, he's 5. What?
That show's so fucking nuts.
That show's out of this world. When Ice-T says, I've heard that this game that the harassed woman is making, or I heard that it's better than Civilization with the Brave New World expansion pack, is like one of the best lines I've ever heard anyone write. And I think that everything they do is incredible. I'm conflicted on Law & Order SVU specifically, and no judgment to anyone who watches the show, but like, I've never liked it really compared to the other Law & Orders, because like, the subject matter is so grim all the time. Like, I know like it's always about murder, the other ones, but like, I don't know, there's like the gruesome details of like the SVU stuff that I'm just like, why is this the one that keeps going? I don't like it.
And I always feel really bad because like I'm about to be like, oh yeah, like there's this dumb funny thing that they did in this episode, but it's also like, but it's also just so fucking heavy all the time.
Yeah.
It's like 1 second you're like, that's really fucking stupid, and then it's like,
yep.
Yeah. But I guess I will say, there was an episode that was like, hang on. There was an episode that was based around a gay bar, basically, I'll just say. And in order to, like, I guess, humanize it and tie it to the other characters, it was Mariska Hargitay's character's, like, adopted son or whatever, and they want to tie it in because he's like, I don't want to play baseball anymore. I want to do ballet. So she's like, what if my son's gay? Like...
His dark past is catching up to him.
I guess so. Just like, what the fuck? It's so stupid.
And then they do like something really graphic and like
it's
depressing,
really graphic,
and it's like, and then they go back to like, I don't know if he's still on the show, but when Richard Belzer was there, and it was just like him and Ice-T, and he would just say like something like funny, like fucking what's his name? Lenny Briscoe from Normal Law and Order. Remember that guy? Yeah, like how he always has a little banger before the song, like that. But like, it'll be after something horrible happens, and you'll be like, "What is the tone, guys? I don't."
Yeah.
Because like the worst part in a lot of that stuff is it's people are still alive. You know, like it's like there are survivors dealing with like I don't know. I liked Criminal Intent the best.
Oh, Criminal Intent is the best. Like, when I was growing up, I definitely didn't like Criminal Intent as much because I was like, they tell you who did it right at the beginning, and now I'm like, No, I
It's
like
like
how it goes
Columbo.
because I like the process. I want to watch the process, and also
Vincent D'Onofrio.
criminal intent is better because they don't focus on the order part. I just want to watch the fucking investigation. I love watching detective shit. I don't care about the fucking lawyer shit. I don't want to watch that part.
There's a reason why For the People, the law spinoff that they were doing alongside Criminal Intent, ended after one season.
Yeah. The trial by jury. Like, who gives a shit?
Oh, that was it. It was trial by... I thought it was for...
Yeah.
Trial by jury. That's right. You know what was a really fucked up Law and Order? Did you ever watch the UK one?
No, because everyone said that it sucked. I never watched Trial by Jury either. Like,
you never watched what? Trial by, yeah.
I never watched that one either.
It's not good.
I've only seen the main three. Like, that's all I wanted to see.
The UK one is interesting only because, like, you get to see the alternative process and realize how fucking equally awful in different ways the like law system is over there. It's ghoulish, frankly. They put on the wigs. But yeah, I think the big strength for Law and Order Criminal Intent was that they picked so many good characters. Like, I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio is the standout, obviously.
He's great.
He's incredible. But, like, they also had, like, Logan from the original show. He was there. Chris Noth, I guess this is the actor's name. And then Goldblum. They got
Goldblum was really good.
And his first episode was sex vampires. Like, I think about this constantly. Like, they knocked it out of the park with that one. Yeah. Good shit. Sorry for that tangent where I was just thinking about Mariska Hargitay, Child, Dark Past.
All right. So here, I guess I'll go into my my rant, my gamer rant.
Okay, here's your gamer rant.
You can join me. This could be like a joint gamer rant, or our rant sonas.
Yes, yeah.
We can have like our crossover rant sona thing. So Nintendo announced, or Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, etc., announced the details of Pokemon Go, or Pokemon Home. Why did I say Pokemon Go?
I mean, it's part of it.
They announced the details for Pokemon Home. I think I know why I said Pokemon Go, because I got really, really distracted because I pulled up the Polygon article on this, and I guess they just have a section on Polygon all about Pokemon that is called Pokegon, and it makes me want to die. If someone from Polygon is listening to this, I would like an apology.
I bet it's not their fault. You know what? I'm thinking about this more and more because I remember when people were complaining about the red ad redemption thing. Remember that? The like how like if you have ad blocker on, it says horrible shit. When people were complaining about that, one of the writers was like, "We don't get a choice. It's the engineers. Help us."
All right. Well, then, Polygon engineers, if you're listening to this, I want an apology. Thank you. All right.
Me too.
So, Pokemon Home. I guess I'll just open it up by saying that the premium membership will cost $16 a year. That is about 3 times as much as it was originally for Pokemon Bank on the 3DS. There are more features, of course, but it's a lot. So just it's there is so much shit that needs to be run through.
So like you have. So do you have to have a Nintendo Switch thing to do the trading in it? You do, right?
It's a little confusing. I don't think you need the Switch Online to do some things. I think it's a little still up in the air. I don't think you need it for to like transfer things between games. I don't think you do. But I think if you want to trade with people, you might. I don't know. It's really confusing. I mean, if you're trading with people on your phone, I don't think you do. I don't think so. I don't know. There's still some stuff that they need to clear up. But luckily there is a free portion of it, which is, that takes a little bit of the blow off. You can't move stuff from bank to home though without premium, but I guess they are just giving you a free month to do that. So, unless you're like a really prolific person.
Is it a free month always, or is it going to be the free month?
I don't know.
That's my concern, because I don't know, how they handle that. Nintendo Game Freak has not instilled faith in me and their ability to comprehend online infrastructure anymore. Ironic, considering, but
no. Yeah, no, not at all. But the free plan doesn't seem that bad. It could definitely be better, but it seems like you'll be able to do most of the stuff that you would want to do. You can only store 30 Pokemon, which is about just a box's worth on the home. So, you're not going to be able to just bring everything over and keep it on home if you're not paying. If you're paying, it's 6,000 Pokemon, which is double than what Bank was. So that's something. They brought back the GTS for Pokemon Home. Which, that's something. But you can trade you could do one GTS trade for free.
Which is how it used to be, at least. But
yeah, and then the premium is 3 trades at once.
It's this is the whole thing about this. This is the whole thing, is that this should have just been stuff that was in the game.
It should have just been
this. You tell me you can do 3 global trades now, and I'm like, cool, but it shouldn't be. You can do 3 global trades if you pay $16 a year, also on top of buying the game. It's just you only get quality of life if you pay even more and more, and more, and they're already making so much money.
Mm-hmm. There is an extended Wonder Trade option on here. You can, if you're not paying, you can put 3 Pokemon up for Wonder Trade. If you're paying, it's 10.
Wow.
Yeah. And you have to pay to use the judge function, which is how you check IVs. So, I mean, if you just trade it over to the game, you can just look at them in the game. But, that's... If you have a shit ton of Pokemon, you should just be able to put them on there and look through them. But I don't know. It's frustrating. It's pretty greedy shit, and I don't know if I'm gonna pay that fucking much money. I mean, I definitely want to get stuff off of my 3DS. I have a lot of shinies on there that I want to bring over to Sword and Shield and have them, but
it's just exploitative of that. It's exploitative of your love of that stuff. Over time, it used to just be you just did it. Up until Bank came out, it used to just be you just you put the Game Boy game in the DS slot, or you just connected your DS to the other game or whatever.
And even with Bank, it wasn't that bad. I spent that $6 and I didn't really use it. I transferred all my Pokemon. It was because I bought Ultra, and I wanted to get everything from Original Moon to Ultra Moon, and I paid that $6. That was fine. I don't feel that bad about that. And I have the money. It's not like I'm oh my god, I can't spend $16 a year. I can do that, but it's a 3 times price hike, or it's a 3 times price hike on something that
just includes features that should have been in the game originally, and the game also was a
downgrade as well.
Hike as well. For a downgrade also. Yeah,
there's some other stuff in here. I don't know who the fuck would ever want to do that room trade thing. That sounds like a disaster. It's up to 20 people can join a room and they just randomly trade. That sounds like a fiasco.
That's for Twitch streamers.
Yeah. And if you pay, you can host. If you don't pay, you can only participate. And so, yeah, all those Twitch streamers, you spend your money, whatever, you'll make that money back, like, within 5 minutes of streaming. So, whatever. Yeah, they also said that, it will support Pokemon Go, but not at launch. Which is, like, what everyone's going to be wanting it for anyway. So, whatever.
You keep saying it, but it's true. Like, this should have just been included with the Switch Online, and then it would have actually been like, oh, cool. This is something the Switch Online is doing.
Yeah, if they included this with Switch Online, or if it was, even if it, I mean, I'm tempted to be like, even if it was just cheaper, like, it shouldn't just be cheaper, it should just be included, because, like, there's not that many bonuses for the Switch Online. Like, for PS4 and Xbox, you get all those games, and you absolutely don't get that much value out of Switch Online.
Well, you didn't want to play the same fucking SNES games Nintendo's been selling you for, like, 20 years?
Like, technically I do, but I want more than that if I'm spending $20. Like, I want them to add more, or, like, friggin'
online
SNES
infrastructure,
games.
Like, on par with the other ones? Like,
yes, something, anything. I know it's cheaper, but come on. Come on. It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable, and Nintendo needs to do better. Like they said during their like investors meeting recently, that we're trying to get more features on there to retain people on the Switch Online. Number one should have been add Pokemon Home to it. Like, just include it, or like at the very least make it cheaper. Like,
yeah.
If I had to spend $5 a year on that on top of my Switch Online, fucking sure, okay, you know what, that's fine, like, it's Pokemon's money, whatever, I'll do that. But for fuck's sake, make me want to keep my Switch Online membership, because the only like I'm paying for it, but that's because I'm a fucking chump. Like, so many other people aren't chumps. Nintendo can't survive off of dumbasses like me, you know? Like, give people a reason to do it. Give people a reason, and they will do it.
I feel like they just, from the beginning, it wasn't even like, we're going to give people a reason that we're making them pay now. It's, we know that we can make people pay, basically. Like, seeing all that Splatoon stuff was so depressing when the kids were like, oh, I can't play anymore, because I can't get my parents won't let me get the online. It's like, great.
Yeah. It's sad.
It's just like, especially because Pokemon Sword and Shield now to do everything or whatever cost like, just from one of the games, it costs like $100 and something now. Like, I think it's like $115 or something with the DLC pack and everything. Like, fucking. And I'll have less content than Pokemon Emerald did in 2005. And that's just the depressing thing. It's really a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens, I guess.
Yeah. That's enough. That's enough sadness, I guess, for now. Rose, do you want to talk about something else?
Do I have anything else? I don't know if I don't think I...
You just wrote the word witchy.
Yeah, we talked about Witcher, yeah.
Oh, Witcher. Oh, Christ.
Sorry for tricking you. A little Witcher's trick.
I thought maybe you were playing Bayonetta or something. I was like, oh.
No, I do need to get back to Astral Chain. Like, I can talk a little about how, like, Destiny exists.
I mean, if you want, it kind of sounds like you don't want to talk about it. I like it.
No, so listen, I like it. It's just like, I did one raid and I was blown away by how easy the raids in that game are all over again. They're so easy. Like, coming out of, like, I did WoW raiding, and WoW raiding is pretty easy, but this is like a whole nother level of easy. It's like, so Final Fantasy raids are a nightmare hellscape. I don't know if you know this. Like
I've heard you and some of my other friends mention it.
So like the normal difficulty rates are fine. They're easy.
Right.
Anyone can do them. It's fine. You go to the hard mode, it's a nightmare. Like, it's whatever. Don't even get me started on the ultimate stuff. But like, Destiny raid is like, you see like 3 mechanics in the whole thing, and then like you just do them, and you hop around a lot. Whereas like, and do jumping puzzles. Whereas like in Final Fantasy, there's like 50 mechanics or something. And it's all like figuring out when and how to do it while optimizing your damage. Whereas like in Destiny, it's like, I just shoot gun or throw grenade, right? Like, it's not that complicated. So I was very blown away by how easy it was. But they did some fucking shit. I don't know what they were doing, but they accidentally deleted everyone's currencies when they released their new patch, and they had to keep the game down the whole day to roll back everyone. I really genuinely don't know how that happened, but that's really funny to me. What else about Destiny? I'm just like scatterbrained trying to think about something about it. Here's something about it. They just have you redo this one strike, which are like the dungeons, like 50 times in that game for a bunch of different quests for no reason. And it's really funny to me because it's like fine or whatever, but it's like, it really strikes me like the lead designer of this game must have made that, and he is so proud of it. Right? Like, because you just keep, like, you'll be doing, like, any quest to get a weapon, and it will just be all of a sudden get to this part where it's like, do this strike. Every single time. And it's like, what is going on, dude? Are you okay?
Loves it. Yeah.
And he fucking loves it, yeah.
Weird.
And, like I said last time, the microtransaction stuff is still ghoulish. So. I've been more and more blown away because, like, so I stopped playing for 2 years, right? After the Forsaken came out, I just stopped playing. And in that time, they added, like, nothing in terms of armor. Like, they added, like, nothing. Like, and they added so much to the cash shop. And it's just, like, when I compare, like, Destiny, which does ostensibly have, like, a subscription model now, by the way, because of the season pass stuff they do. Like, because most of the content you access will be like, it's like that freemium stuff basically, right? Like, oh yeah, if you can have a free season pass, but you don't get any of the weapons or like the new map X thing or whatever, unless you pay $10 every 2 months or whatever. And it's like comparing like that shit. Maybe I've just been spoiled by Final Fantasy, but like Final Fantasy does like so many outfits per patch, and it really like makes everyone look like unique and cool, and the only way to look unique and cool in Destiny is if you drop like $20. And that really sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah. That does suck.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry I just said a bunch of random bullshit that just sort of
it's
like...
fine. You're fine.
But yeah, Destiny's like, it's fun, but it's just like... I really think what fucked them, fucked Destiny from being like, a fantastic, like this is on par with Final Fantasy or something like that, is that all of their mentors for MMO design was WoW developers.
I bet that didn't help.
Because like WoW's obviously been on a downswing. Like we all talk about it. Like I liked Legion, but like everything else around Legion was bad. Like before and after, like nobody liked it. Like people started quitting mostly, and I think the Panda one. Which is when Destiny 1 was getting me. And they like the Bungie devs talked a lot about how they learned they were like under the tutorship of WoW devs, and I'm just thinking like, fuck man, like that sucks. Like WoW design is so old and like bad for an FPS specifically, I think, like because like when it got to the point with WoW devs where they were just basically saying like, yeah, Final Fantasy's better. Like they were just kept saying it. Like when the Heavensward came out, and like the lead raid designer for WoW was like oozing about how like the big boss fight you do at the end is like the best designed thing he's ever seen in an MMO and stuff like that. And like he's like, I wish we could design stuff like that in WoW. And I was like, oh. And it's just like, these guys are the ones teaching people who have never designed an MMO how to make it, and it's like, so I think that's what fucked it. It's sad.
That is sad. It's the saddest thing in the world.
I mean, yeah, think about if it was as good as Halo. Like, it was legitimate. Like, it's obviously, like, you know, Halo-esque, but, like, imagine if it was actually as good as Halo. It would be the future world image. That's what it would be. With the flying cars.
So I guess there's just one more bit of news here that I'll talk about. And it is extremely stupid. It's extremely stupid. Atari is making hotels now. Yeah. Atari, the Atari that is existing now are making 8 hotels in Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, Denver, Chicago, Austin, Seattle, San Francisco, and San Jose. They claim that they will have esports lounges, VR experiences.
Yeah. I hope it's virtual, boys.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like they're just gonna put like a bunch of like arcade machines and shit in there. I don't know. It could be okay, but it also sounds kind of embarrassing, and nothing that Atari has touched in the past, like, decade has been any good. Like, they did that fucking speaker shit, and then they have that VCS console that's supposed to come out this year that just looks like dog do. I don't know. It sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like a nightmare.
Most things related to Atari post 1980 something are, I think.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's you're right.
Yeah, is there anything good that they've done after, like, I mean, listen, not to get a little extreme here, but is there anything good they've ever done?
There were probably some pretty okay, like, PS1 games they made. I'm trying to think. Like, they did all those,
I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, they did those, like, pretty good, like, remaster, like, kind of, like, reimaginings of a lot of their classic games. Those were pretty okay.
They made some game in, like, the early 2000s that was actually good, and I cannot for the life of me remember.
I don't know. I mean, Atari is such a weird thing, because a lot of the time, like, that name was just being passed around, because they were just like, oh, we want to be called the, like, original video game creator, you know, and like that's all it is now. It's just a name. But yeah, there you go. And then I guess one more thing we could talk about real quick. I almost forgot because I didn't play that much of it. The Smash update happened. Byleth was added to the game.
Oh yeah.
And I played as them. They are okay. They are not my kind of character. They are like just fine. I don't know. There's not too much I can say. It's.
Is it another Fire Emblem character, would you say?
Not really. I mean, like, they definitely because you know they're more of like a risk-reward kind of character. They feel like, honestly, they're not fast like Captain Falcon. I would say like this is such a weird thing to say, but I feel like they're like an in-between between Captain Falcon and Ganondorf. Like, that's such a nuts thing to say, but they have a lot of the same like movement and like attack philosophies that they do. Definitely have a lot more reach than either of them, but like Byleth is like Byleth just feels like I would say it's like a cross between Ganondorf and Zero Suit Samus in how they play. That's like a crazy thing to say, but it's very much just like, okay, yeah, there's like this risk reward, like big damage stuff, but they have a big reach and can grab you pretty easily, and they just they have like good combo potential. Like, I can definitely see people really liking Byleth. Like, I think Byleth is a good character and probably be like good competitively, but I'm just like not that excited. Like, I got Terry. I keep thinking about how much I fucking love playing as Terry. So I'm fine. I'm content with this DLC. Like,
they can't all be for you, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. You know, I wasn't expecting them to all be for me. And that's okay. I think someone on Twitter like made a post that was like rank the five or six DLC characters that like you that you'd like to play the most, and it's like Terry was at the top, and then it's Terry, and then like Banjo, Joker, Piranha Plant, Byleth, Hero. Like that was my ranking. But it's also like I'm pretty much fine with all of those characters. Like I like that they exist. I like that they're all in the game. I'm like I know the Byleth reveal was kind of lame, but I'm not like upset that Byleth's in. Like Byleth's fine. It's okay. It's all good.
Alright. Well, I'm glad.
Mm-hmm. So, we can move on to questions if you want.
Sure.
Alright, if you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And you can sound like these folks right here. Anonymous asks, what's up with wrestling? Do people actually like it, or are they just horny? It seems like most of what I see people say about it is how hot the wrestlers are, or how much they like seeing the goth twink guy get beaten up. Why is this?
The goth twink guy? Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know who the goth twink guy is.
I don't know much about wrestling these days. I used to. I know you as well. You're the same.
Yeah, I'm not up on it at all.
Well, here's all I know is I saw a video earlier of Asuka, who I think is great, playing with a dang Kirby. Just having a
I
Kirby
trust her with
walker.
my life.
Yeah, she's great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I know. And it's not horny. I think it's great. But I think you might be onto something. I think it is this deep-seated, like, primordial horniness in some people's brains, to an extent.
Wrestling is very homoerotic. It definitely is. Which, it's good. I do think a lot of people are horny, but I also think people do really like it. I know people don't really like WWE anymore, but I know that people really like AEW a lot. I might be talking out of my ass. I'm sure like Solon or Scott might come in and be like, no, we don't really like it that much or something. I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot more positivity around AEW, which is that new promotion that came out recently that was like Cody Rhodes, and like I know Kenny Omega's on that. Like I saw them live. Like we went because that was at CEO. And that was a fun watch, but I mean, at the same time, I bet I'd probably have an okay time at a WWE show, even though like I don't really know too much about the people. Like it was just like, yeah, it's just a fun, dumb thing. Like, to just go hang out, watch some wrestling. It's all right.
To answer the question, do people actually like it? I don't think. I think it's very complicated. I think that there are,
especially with WWE.
Especially with WWE. I think that a lot of people hate watch it, but the reason they quote-unquote hate watch it is because deep down in their soul, there are things that they really like about it. But I think sometimes, for some of you people out there, you should learn when to let it go. Because you might be able to... I mean, there are lots of wrestling options, too, is the thing. Like, when you see a lot of people complaining about the WWE, I just think, like, ZJPW or... like, lots of stuff. There's a lot of options. There's like, grassroots stuff even. Like,
Yeah, I think there's like something. I think like there's another like indie one called like I think it's just called NWA or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know. There's so many ones. We are not the people to ask.
Yeah,
I know
the
that
worst lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that like if Niall or Scott or Solon were on, they could talk about it. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Anonymous asks, for the longest time, whenever you guys talked about Fate, I thought you were talking about Fatal, the tabletop game where you have to measure the circumference of your anus.
What?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Fatal? Is this real?
Why would you play that with other people?
Why do you have to measure the circumference of your anus?
I'm guessing it's some kind of sex RPG. I don't know why you would do that. I can't. People are so horny about tabletop stuff. I don't like that.
Oh my god, I just looked it up. Do you know what Fatal stands for?
What?
From another time, another land, but it was formerly known as Fantasy Adventure to Adult Lechery.
I don't trust that. I don't trust this. I don't trust this ask. I don't know about this, y'all. I'm just...
Do you think they're in good faith here? I think...
I mean, I don't know. That might be some... I mean, I don't want to talk shit, but this is like this is a heavy fucking thing to throw at us. I mean, look, you like what you like. I just don't think that... I just don't want to, like... I can't imagine thinking about doing tape, because... Look, I guess I could just really quick... I didn't know who these people were, so I'm just gonna fucking air this out. And if any of y'all are listening to this, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna tell you the story about something that happened to me in Shoot's chat. That was one of the fucking wildest things that has ever happened. So I was in Shoot's chat and some people joined. And I don't even think they're in there anymore. Like, they randomly joined in. And they seemed nice enough. And they kept talking about how they wanted to set up some kind of, like, RPG adventure. Like, a quick RPG adventure. Like, you just fill out this form and you're good to go. Like, that kind of thing. They were like, we have this, we're all ready. And like, you know, I wanted to be nice. They were new people. I was like, you know what? Maybe if I interact, maybe if I hop in, it could be nice, you know, hang out, whatever. I hopped into their game. I made my character. I did all I wanted to do. And the game lasted 10 minutes because the entire time, and this is maybe partially my fault, but I'm just going to say, like, I did not know these people. I don't know if they knew each other, but once I joined in, once they all made their characters, they were flirting with each other so hard. Like, and I just remember, like, every time it would come around to be my turn, I would do something, and they were, like, completely unprepared for me to do anything, because, like, we'd be fighting a monster, and it was exactly like all the fucking D&D memes where it was, like, people being like, oh yeah, you know, the bard's trying to seduce her, but that was everybody, except for me. They were all trying to fuck, they were trying to fuck each other, they were trying to fuck the monsters, and I just remember being like, alright, well, I'm gonna, like, do this attack, I'm gonna commune with my god or whatever, and I'm gonna... And I remember I turned into, like, some kind of fucking super powerful, like, demon or something, and I kicked everyone's ass. And nobody was ready for that, because it took, like, 10 minutes, and they, like, didn't write enough. Because they just wanted to keep flirting, and I was just like... I guess I just ruined y'all's fucking night, and I think they left, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do. Like, that was the kind of shit, that's the kind of shit that I think this game is like, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that shit. We gotta figure out ways to just be like, yeah, I want to play, if we're gonna play tabletop shit, I want to roll some dice to check and see if I'm gonna pick a lock right. I guess. I don't know. I don't really like tabletop stuff.
I think tabletop works much better when it's with friends that you know and can bounce off of, because they, you know, get you and know what to expect from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't want to do something like that. That's all. All right. Anonymous asks, I've seen musicians, actors, and artists all dress well, but I've never seen a professional gamer who is fashionable. Why does this deficit of style exist within the gaming scene? Really calling me out here.
I mean, I think, like, to a degree, part of it is that they prioritize comfort over style.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, those...
We're just gamers.
Yeah,
we're sitting on the couch.
Are wild. Personally, I don't know. I really don't know, because, I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the outfits I wear, John, but I put some effort in sometimes. And I don't know. Like, for me, like, I think that side of thing is, like, really cool. I think it's neat to wear, I don't know, my fucking pirate shirt I have, for example. But, like, I don't know. I think, like, the comfort thing is probably it. Like, when it comes to, like, musicians, actors, and artists, it's like you're building an aesthetic and stuff like that. Whereas for a lot of gamers, I think they're not, professional gamers especially, they're not building an aesthetic. They're working off of a brand's aesthetic. And then the aesthetic is their gameplay performance, or, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they have, like, colors in game and stuff, you know, or whatever. I think it's just like, you know what? That's the answer. Is it's just that professional gamers are inherently more capitalistic, I think, at their core. Like, there's such this undercurrent of, like, brands and stuff like that, as opposed to, like, musicians and stuff like that. Like,
For sure.
like, actors, like, I mean, like, actors by default they're you know, generally going to have access to more fancy outfits and stuff like that. But, like, a pro gamer could be, like, anyone, you know.
Yeah, there's not like a professional gamer hasn't hit the level of a Hollywood actor. Like, I mean, you could argue Ninja, but that motherfucker, the way that he just, like, presents himself in general, like, they dressed him up for the Game Awards and he still looked like a fucking monkey. So yeah, like, exactly. He's just a fucking, he's gonna look like that no matter what you put on him though. But yeah, like, there's no, like, high-end, like, fashion designers that are making clothes for gamers too, you know? Like, that's part of it as well, but, you know, yeah, it's a lot of different reasons. I mean, for me, I definitely just wear the comfort shit, and, I mean, part of it is just that I don't really know that kind of stuff. Like, I'm a fucking straight cis dude. I don't know that kind of shit, like, just off the cuff. I would absolutely love to learn, but that seems like something that I'll have to, like, get some of my, like, every other gender and identity friends to just, like, take me out somewhere and be like, this would look good on you, you know. I would be happy to do that, and I just don't really know where to start to look for something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is just, like, just go with what you think is cool, you know? And if, like, that's really basic stuff, that's totally fine. But, you know, everyone has different things. Like, I just wear a lot of flannel most of the time, because I think it's cool.
Sure. Let's see here. Anonymous says, we've got some recent rumors concerning Resident Evil 8. Are there any predictions from the crew? So I guess we could just talk real quick about those rumors, because that did come up. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit, because we talked about that in the Discord server. Yeah, so there was I think there was, like, a YouTuber that leaked a bunch of stuff, and then Eurogamer backed up, like, some of it. So the YouTuber says that Resident Evil 8 will have Ethan from 7 as the protag. It will be first person again. The zombies will return. There will be werewolves in this game. There will be a stalker enemy. And Chris Redfield will return. So I guess first off we can, like, kind of react to that. How do you feel about those rumors? Because
so they have their work cut out with them for making Ethan good, especially after doing Resident Evil 2 and bringing Leon back, because it's like, motherfucker, that man is... They've never done anything better than that, man. I don't think. They should just keep bringing him back, probably. Or, you know, I was talking Jill. How about bring Jill back? Or hell, Claire. How about Claire?
Yeah.
Claire.
Those older characters are really strong.
Jill's in the Revelations games, right?
Yes.
So then bring Claire back.
Well, no, Jill was in the first Revelations. I think Claire was in the second one.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, bring Sherry back. Sherry Birkin. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Or Ashley. I don't know.
Oh man, if they
Ashley
brought
with a
Ashley
gun.
back, oh my god, yes, they need to do that.
I think that if they add werewolves, I hope that they're not just, just wolves. I'd hope that they are also people, because I think that would be cool. I think there's some intrigue they could do that they haven't done before. But yeah, I think they really have their work cut out with them. Or Ethan, he was such a nothing man, especially in the face of like every other Resident Evil person.
Yeah, and I think they have their work cut out for them with a stalker enemy. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, just like after the past 3, like 7 had Jack, which was really strong, and then 2 had like 2 everyone flipped out about Mr. X, and now 3's gonna have fucking Nemesis, who is like the stalker enemy, and like they're gonna have to do better than that. Like that, I doubt they'll be able to do something like that, and I also think this might be like what breaks the straw that breaks the camel's back for this one, because it's been gonna be 4 games in a row that they're gonna be doing something like that. I think people are gonna get kind of sick of it. Like for Nemesis, they have to do it, and like people are looking forward to it, and they want this. But if they just keep doing it over and over again, people are going to get sick of it. So I think if there is a stalker enemy, I think people will start to complain about it with 8.
I agree. I was already sick of it when Dead Space did it 3 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it the first time Dead Space did it. I was like, okay, this is the worst part of the game, but I get it. And like in 2, I was like, come the fuck on. And then in 3, it was like, well, there's a lot of things about 3, but
yeah. And I mean, like I haven't played 7 yet, but like the 2 remake did a really good job. Like Mr. X was really well done, and I was legit scared whenever he showed up. And I'm sure that Nemesis will be the same.
Yeah.
But like it's diminishing returns, and I think they need to take a look at that, and they need to re-examine that.
They should do Resident Evil 4 too.
Yes.
I don't know why they haven't done that. It's mind-blowing to me, because 5 isn't that. Not even a little. 6 absolutely
they tried
isn't
too
that.
hard. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some people... Listen, I'm going to call... One of my girlfriends, I'm going to say... Some people out there have started to come out of the woodworks to say 6 isn't that bad. They are wrong. I'm going to say that right now. 6 is not good. It's not like the worst game ever or anything, but like to say it's good is unfair, I think, to good games.
Yeah.
Because the thing that really hit me about that game is there are multiple parts of the story, because it's like split protagonists or whatever, where like Leon and Chris will have a race or something, and like so like when you do Leon's route, it'll be like, let's race to the elevator, and Chris is just scripted to win. Right? So you'd think when you do Leon's route, or when you do Chris's route, you get to go in the elevator, or whatever, you win the race, you get to do that. No, Leon wins if you're playing as Chris. It's like...
Alright.
It's just lame. No consistency. It's lame. Anyway, werewolves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any predictions?
Predictions, the werewolves won't be, like I said, they won't be people if they're there. They'll probably just be wolf enemies, and it will be like, okay.
Yeah, because I bet that they just heard people being like, oh man, remember when the dog showed up in Resident Evil 1? They're going to be like, oh, here's Dogs 2.
Yep. What else? Let me think. Predictions. I bet the ending will tease some Leon thing or something. There you go.
Yeah, because 7 teased Chris, so yeah.
I bet Chris will say he's not a hero again, like he did in the DLC. For the
I'll
DLC,
be like, I'm not a hero, but this guy is.
Didn't he fight like some jigsaw dude in like gas tunnels or something?
I don't know. Again, I didn't play 7. I probably should.
You should watch the Coffee Men's LP of it. That's what you should do instead. It's much more fun to watch that game, in my opinion.
Okay. It is one of those kinds of games. It's a first-person game, so it's definitely one of those like streaming games.
Yeah. And like with horror stuff, I always find it easier to watch someone play in general.
I mean, I'm usually kind of a wuss about horror, but Resident Evil I do just enjoy. Like, I like Resident Evil a lot. So, like, I got through 2, and, you know, I didn't piss my pants or cry or shit and cum or whatever, but it's okay. I handled it like an adult. But yeah, there you go. That's my opinion, or my prediction is I'm going to predict they bring Wesker back.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. You might be right.
I think it's been a while. It's been, what, 2 games since Wesker shot? I think they'll bring Wesker back. He's going to be like a fucking... He's going to... I don't know. I don't know what he'll be, but I just think that they... I don't want to say should bring him back. I think they just will.
Better get his voice back, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need DC Douglas. They need to have fucking the... Yes, I'm Albert Wesker. Like, they need that again. And then they need to make Marvel vs. Capcom 4, so he could be in it.
That's true. I mean, there's rumors of that, right?
There are rumors that there's going to be a Marvel vs. Capcom game, but it might just be like a compilation, which I am also honestly fine with. Like, a big compilation of all those games would be great. Yeah. I would love to play those games again on current hardware, like those classic, like, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2 especially. Like, oh my god, I would love to have 2 available again, easily. 2 would be really... Like, you can play Ultimate Marvel on PS4, Ultimate Marvel 3, which, that's still one of my favorite fighting games ever, but, like, all those other games are still great, and I would love to play those, but also they need to make another one so they can have Wesker and all kinds of other dumbass characters in there. They need to put Asura in something.
That's true.
When are they putting Asura in something? Alright, one last question. If you want to send in a question, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Harlequin Wheels asks, which video game character would run the worst bar and or get shut down the hardest by John Taffer? I think we should just immediately disqualify Valhalla.
Well, they would be fine, I think, probably. Because they only serve drinks, right? So they don't serve, like, food?
Yeah, but he'd be like, there's dog hair everywhere in this bar. Like,
oh, I guess that's
true. You just let dogs drink beer.
He's touching the raw chicken. The chicken wings.
Raw chicken.
Sonic?
I think Sonic would have a bar?
He would run the worst bar because he would be so uninvested in it, just like he is with everything in life. And I feel like, you know, like he probably would have opened it up with Amy Rose, right? Mm-hmm. And like Tails. And Tails is putting in the work. I don't want to discount Tails, but Tails can only do so much on his own, you know. And
he's also 8 years old, so he's not allowed to actually serve the drinks.
That's where he comes in and he goes, "You're letting an 8-year-old serve your drinks."
Yeah. How old are you? And Sonic's like, I think I'm like 16. And John Taffer's like, unbelievable.
And then Shadow's there, and it's like, do you know what you do? Like, he doesn't work there. He's just there or whatever. And like he's expecting he's gonna gotcha them with like a fake ID or whatever. And then Shadow's like, I'm 54 years old or whatever.
You're the only one allowed to be here.
I guess this is his bar now.
But then Shadow, honestly, I can see Shadow running a pretty good bar.
Yeah, he would run a good one is the thing, because he puts heart into everything he does.
God. I'm doing
Team
the classic.
Dark?
Team Dark would be a pretty good bar.
Like Omega's like making the drinks. There you go.
Yeah. Rouge can set up the entertainment, you know? Yeah, definitely.
There you fucking go. Worse, fucking Team Rose. Fucking Big the Cat, Cream the Rabbit, and her Amy, like, that's... Imagine Big the Cat there, like, you can't, it's cream and cheese, like, cheese is just crying the whole time, like...
Big the Cat would absolutely be the one not washing his hands and touching the raw chicken, like, that dude is just...
When's the last time you switched those gloves?
You're not supposed to dig through the ice with your bare hands looking for a frog!
There's a frog in the hopper. What are you doing?
And then Big would just be like, "You found Froggy!"
Yeah.
just knock John Taffer over and run over.
And then you know what? To complete that quad group or whatever, I feel like Team Chaotix, give or take, it could be really bad or good.
Because like SBO, I think SBO has some talent there, and then like Vector would have fun with it. I don't know if he'd be good, but he'd have fun with it. And then like Charmy would just
drive
fuck
everyone away.
Up. Yeah, Charmy would fuck everything up.
Charmy would be getting drunk all the time, like off of the fumes. He would say he's flying around or whatever. Like,
oh boy. I'm doing my glance back at my games and see. And the first thing I see is Yakuza, so I'm just thinking about if Majima had a bar.
I mean, he's had a bar, kind of.
He did kind of, but like current Majima, like post Zero Majima, it would be wild. I mean, it depends. It depends on what he would want to do. Like if he was just like, oh, I'm gonna make this like wild, crazy bar to like just fuck with Kiryu, John Taffer would shut it down. But
he comes in instead of Kiryu. Or Kiryu,
yeah,
he's
exactly.
Like, Mr. Kiryu, I need your help. I'm going into this bar.
I heard about this bar. But I mean, if Majima wanted to do his best, like if he slipped back into that Zero mode, Taffer wouldn't be visiting to shut it down. Taffer would be visiting to give it a fucking award. Like that's what he would be doing. Yeah, it'd be like that. There's one of my favorite things about John Taffer is he talked about going to like Giant Bomb talked about the robot bar all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
John Taffer talked about going to that robot bar in like the 80s or whatever, and he said that it was like a religious experience for him. He said that he cried there.
And cried into a robot's arms.
Yeah, like he had a fucking epiphany there, and that's the kind of person that John Taffer is, and that's what he's expecting out of good service. I'm looking again. Yet again, my eye, just first thing my eyes glance at, I'm looking at Drakengard 3 now. I'm looking at a lot of PS3 games today. Nobody in Drakengard 3 would have a good bar. That would be shut down immediately. None of them. Not a single character in that game.
Well,
nobody.
Scent could be funny.
It would still get shut down.
But I'm imagining
John Taffer.
Like, Taffer comes in and he just keeps saying all of these completely wrong trivia facts to him. Like, he's just like, well, you know, I heard that alcohol is best stored upside down or something like that. And he'd be like, what are you talking about?
That's incorrect.
No. And he's like, I'm just heard it somewhere, you know?
That's incorrect. Close this bar down.
And he'd be like, ha ha ha. No, well... You know, I was going to say no one from near Gestalt, but, you know, they'd probably do a fine job. Actually, all things considered. Because, like, Emil can get away with things by saying he's, like, 100 or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Kaine is there. Well, you know what? Now that I said that, now I just said that Kaine is there, probably not. It all goes downhill. Papa Nier running a bar would be fine, though. Like, I think he would be good.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see that working.
In the fucking book. Papa Nier in the book. Like, there you go. The book balances the book, so to speak, and, like, Papa Nier takes care of, like, the entertainment, because everyone loves that guy.
I think what would happen is that, like, Papa Nier wouldn't kick Kaine out, and she would like drive away all the customers because she would just be like arguing with them constantly and just like threatening to kill them. That would be what the episode's about, and then like she would just like throw John Taffer out, and that would be it. He'd be like, "I'm not sticking around to get abused by you, Kaine. I'm going home." And then like everyone would just be like, John Taffer does not want to put up with this feisty femme fatale, and it would like zoom in on her, and she'd be like, I don't think John Taffer has the guts to stand up to me. Like, it'd just be like all the like bad reality show, like, nah. Like a zoom in on
It's
Emil,
playing
just like,
Kaine
Salvation.
Salvation.
Like Emil just be like, oh, why can't we all be friends? Oh, like
Yeah. And I just imagine the cutaway where they're having people sit in the chairs and the books floating there. I think how good that would be.
John Tavern just being like, unbelievable. What's happening at this bar?
that book is floating. It's condescending
I don't know
air.
how old this round child is.
Yeah, there you go. I'm glad you were entertained.
Oh God! I hope everyone listening was entertained, because this is another great episode.
All these
of the
like
Video
real
Geek
wide games that we're throwing out there: Sonic Heroes, Drakengard,
Sonic Heroes, Drakengard,
Yakuza's fine.
Oh man, Super Mario with a bar. He'd be like, "Woohoo!"
Could you imagine if Link had the bar? He couldn't even talk.
That's unprofessional.
Just go,
you should be able to answer your customers' questions. You know.
If Pikachu had a bar.
Oh fuck! I don't know about that one. You have to be at least level 21 to come in. There you go. That's my joke,
what
everybody.
He would say. Yeah, there you go.
Good night. Tip your waitresses, especially if you're at a bar. You know, you don't want. All right, but yes, thank you so much for listening. Of course, at VGCC is our Twitter. VideoGameChooChoo.tumblr.com is our Tumblr. We have our Facebook, which we actually have. We actually have technology now that syncs up our posts to all the social medias. So if you would rather use Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook, whichever one you want to use, you will get the same good-ass content every day. So go ahead and check us out. We're on Facebook as well. Video Game Choo Choo on Facebook. Our Tumblr, or our Discord server. We got a Discord server at thegamezone.zone. You type that into your web browser, and that'll bring you straight there. We also have to give a shout out to Melt Channel / Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to that, it's at meltchannel.bandcamp.com. If you want to listen to their new stuff, it's Magic Circuit on Spotify. And also, goodness gracious, we are still looking for new recruits. I know that I said that I would cut it off on Monday, but I might extend it a little bit just because I want to get more people in, and I didn't mention it last week. So I'll give you some wiggle room, everyone. If you still want to join the site, just email me at john@videogamechoochoo.com. Try to send in some, some writing samples and anything else, and I'll get back to you. I'm probably going to interview some folks sooner than later, which I'm pretty excited about. And also, if you want to give us money so we can do more stuff, it's patreon.com/VGCC. You can listen to our anime podcast, Chuchigatsu Unlimited Train Works, a whole week early. You can listen to our Let's Plays, or watch them even. We got the Spyro Let's Play, as well as the Sekiro Choochers Cry Twice Let's Play, which is fucking nuts. We just released one of the free episodes, and that was bonkers. They played Fortnite somehow. But yeah, that should do it, I think. Is there anything you want to plug, Rose?
Not really. I'm a Horngal on Twitter, @Horngal. Yeah, read my Kingdom Hearts article, I guess, if you want. You don't have to if you don't know site. Kingdom Hearts. It's
still a good article. Yeah. And there's plenty more content to come. And we'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast.